Well, good evening, folks. Chief Meteorologist Austin Bowling here in the Texas Weather Lab. It's about 9:30, tracking a severe thunderstorm here across the northern half of Greer County right now. It is showing some pretty strong winds coming in on the backside of this storm, upwards of 50 to 60 mile per hour winds. That'll be swinging into Mangum here over the next little bit. Again, just analyzing this storm a little bit more. Kind of see this hook echo return right here, the large hail to the north. And then you see this hook echo, this backwards J shape that's coming in here just to the north of Highway 9 and several miles to the northwest of Mangum right now. And if I go over to my Hobart camera, again, yes, I know the temperatures are a little wonky, but we are looking from the camera in that direction. And you could see a lot of lightning in that direction. And we're looking at the lowered area of the cloud cover. If you look right in here, this bank of lights, you're looking up north of here. You're looking right in here. That would be the action area to see if we can get an appropriately placed lightning strike on the backside to give us a good view here, but I'm not getting that view right now. It's a lot in the front. Can't get that one in the back to see if we can get a wall cloud or anything like that in this shot right now. But again, this is from Hobart. This is the Hobart Tower Cam looking off towards the west in the direction of Mangum and Greer County. Again, we are working on getting that Greer County camera squared away here too, but right now Hobart is as close as we can get to this view right now. Quite a light show from this storm coming down into far western Kiowa County, northern Greer, and the northern tip of Harmon County. There are some other storms across northern Caddo and Grady counties, which I'll touch base on here in just a second. As far as anything immediately for Lawton, Duncan, Frederick, anything like that, not really seeing anything right now. Again, this storm is diving pretty much toward the southeast, towards Altus and Mangum. So that doesn't have Lawton in its sights right now. Storms up to the north have more of Oklahoma City in their sights. So that doesn't have Lawton in its sights right now. So that's kind of what we're looking for right now is just this is the strongest storm out here moving into Greer County and the Mangum area right now, and just trying to see if we can get a right timed lightning strike, a good placed lightning strike on the back end of this to illuminate that base just a little bit more for us to see back there. But we do not see anything just yet. So I'm going to be watching that carefully here, see if we can find anything that comes out of the base of this storm right now. So hop away here again. That is the Hobart storm, or the Hobart Tower Cam, I should say. If we hop over to the velocity product, again, showing you which way the winds are moving. Our radar is down here at Frederick. Everything in red is heading away. Everything in green is heading towards. So you do have some broad rotation taking place in here. As far as what Hobart's expecting here, quite the light show with that. We're seeing most of it going to stay off towards the west. There are some scattered showers out there, but right now this action area is coming towards Mangum. Not as tight and focused as it could be, but you definitely have this backwards J-shaped hook echo. There will be some strong winds that come in with this as it pushes off towards the south and east. So again, put this in motion here, and you can see how it trends off towards the southeast a bit more. So this is heading more towards Mangum. This is heading more towards Blair, probably Snyder. Right now, again, just this main area is looking to go more along this line here. So this is kind of what I'm tracking right now. So Mangum, Blair, Snyder, Manitou. And then past that, it would be kind of close to Chattanooga. So we'll be watching that very closely to see which way this tracks. And then there is the other storm that's up here in the Oklahoma City metro area. It is heading mostly east. So this is going straight east. If I had to go to Elk City for work, go through Hobart instead of Altus, passing cash now. Uh, right now that's gonna be tough. I'd rather come in on the E. Yeah, I'd probably go to Hobart. I'd go to Hobart, Jeremy. Yeah, I'd kick up north. If actually, if you want to kick up north a little earlier, take 54. Go up 54 to Cooperton, and get up there to Godibo first. I'd rather you get going further north earlier. So get to 54 and kick north, if that helps you, Jeremy. Okay. So this says it's got golf ball size hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds. It's moving southeast at 25. So it's not moving extremely quickly, but it sure does show some interesting characteristics to it. Let's put a new track on this. Again, make sure you are sharing this with your friends and family, especially if they are there in Greer, Kiowa, Tillman, Western Comanche counties. We are tracking this storm going off towards the southeast. Again, just because I'm putting cash in the crosshairs here doesn't mean you're going to get the action area. You're getting more of the rain from this. Oh yeah, Jeremy. Don't want you getting caught broadside with this. Let's see. Mavis, I don't know if it gets to Hastings tonight. We'll see. It would be well after midnight, probably closer to 1 a.m. if it does at all. Okay. So right now, kind of the main areas I'm looking out for, Mangum here in the next 10 to 20 minutes. The hail core with this is going to come right in between Mangum and Granite. Mangum and Granite. And if anything, it's going to be pretty close to Granite. 9:45. Blair for you around 10:15. We got the Quartz Mountain State Park at about 10. So Lake Altus Lugert at 10. Snyder is closer to 11. Same thing with Hedrick, about 10:50. Manitou at about 11:20. Again, the rain start to move into cash around 11:45. And maybe that action area, if it holds together, Chattanooga would be closer to midnight. Would be closer to midnight for Chattanooga. Willow, where is Willow? I know Willow's in here somewhere. There we go. Thanks, Shelly. I was trying to remember. It's like I knew it was in Greer County somewhere, and I could not find it. Looks like again that hail is going to come south of Brinkman. So this should be south of Willow. There will be some hail. I think should be maybe quarter size coming down there in Willow, but the golf ball size would be coming down there south of Brinkman. Again, Mangum, nothing like a tornado threat imminent here. Definitely some rotation with this. But again, around 10 o'clock now. So around 9:55, 10 o'clock. for this storm. If we look at the hail core here, so there is your hail core right in here. So going to be moving towards Mangum and Granite. Yeah, Shelly, as far as Granite is concerned, it looks like that will be even further. Or Lone Wolf, sorry, Lone Wolf. Looks like it will also be to the south of all of this. So about 10:05 for the leading edge of the rain to come through, but the worst of this should stay south of Lone Wolf. Should stay south of Lone Wolf. Again, I'm not getting any reports out of this. I'm going to go back to the Hobart camera just to see if we could spot anything again with this. And I'm going to have to move the camera a little bit more. See if we could spot anything with a well-timed lightning strike, which has been avoiding me. Amanda, around 10:16. Around 10:16 for Blair. 10:16. So there's the new warning. 2-inch hail, 70-mile-per-hour winds. Mangum and near and south of Granite. We need to be watching out for this storm. 2-inch hail moving in. Tipton for you, I'm going to say it's closer to 11:05. And I might have to jog this track down a little bit. So Tricia, probably closer to 11:05. 11:05. Yes. Yes, Jennifer. Geronimo's good right now. Kristen, I think Elgin's looking even better. Again, we have two different storms here, guys. I'm going to back it out real quick for you, just so you can see what's going on here. So there's one storm that's heading kind of in this general direction. And then there's this storm up here heading in this direction. So a lot of this area up in here will be missing out. Okay. A lot of this area is going to be missing out on this. Okay. A lot of this area is going to be missing out. How big of hail in Hobart? I hear the thunder, but too chicken to go out and look. I think a lot of the hail is going to miss Hobart. I think a lot of the hail is going to miss Hobart. This is going to be more of a Mangum Granite hailstorm. Again, Kristen, I'm not really concerned about Elgin with any of this stuff right now. Not for Elgin, at least. I'm not concerned about Elgin right now. Lawton, even, I'm not too concerned about Lawton with this either. Just keep trying to get a view of this storm and see if we can get anything out of the bottom of this. Just cannot see anything down there. Thank you, Melissa. Chief Humphrey has been great, by the way, helping me out with that camera. We still have to get the temperature probe fixed. But yes, walking through the the auditorium and climbing that ladder to the roof has been pretty neat. He's been great sharing the stories and all the goings on that have taken place in there. So it's been really nice. Still trying to get the other ones squared away too. All right, so this is again 2-inch hail, 70-mile-per-hour winds. It's moving southeast at 30. Okay, not seeing too much rotation. Okay, and they're pushing that storm a little bit more towards Chickasha a bit more. So that's going to put more of Purcell, Lindsay, Maysville, and Pauls Valley in the line for the next storm. So again, we're kind of looking at these storms going around this way. So again, a lot of these areas here, Carnegie, Apache, Anadarko, Rush Springs, Marlow, may be missing out on storms. Hey, Toby, are we doing this again? Are we doing this again? Is this just gonna how be? Let's back all that up. Is this just how it's all going to be heading up into 4th of July for you? Just holding on to the straps and hoping that it gets by without a problem, right? I hope so. Let's hope we can get through another night, because the rest of this week and next week will be quiet storm wise, but it's going to get windy in a hurry here, Toby. So we got gusts this weekend coming up 40 to 45. So I'm going to warn you now, Saturday and Sunday, pretty windy. So really got to have to ratchet things down. That's going to be most of the day coming up here this weekend. Again, hailstorm, 2-inch hail coming towards Mangum and Granite. Mangum and Granite moving southeast at 30. Does my app show updated tracks? You would catch me on that. We did put out a survey, and we're trying to see if there were things that people were looking for when it comes to the app. That would have been a nice one to suggest. No, that's got radar. That's home. It's my cameras. Weather probes, storm chasers, current locations. No, we don't have current tracks on these just yet, but that is something I would like to add, Art. So I will jot that down and let the developers know about that one. Okay, so you see right here, it's going to be hard to see. Here is this little faint line right in here. That is a gust front, and then your little circulation area is back here. So since this is separated from the circulation separated from this gust front, it's not tapping into the boundary. Not really concerned about immediate tornado threat with this one. Definitely circulation for a hailstorm, but as far as anything trying to spin up here, looks like that is not going to happen. Now, since it was trying to turn right, so now it's going back left again. So it's going back and trying to move towards the west or the east. Samantha, I can't tell that far out. That's like 2 hours out, and I'm not sure what you're comfortable with. Again, it's moving at 30 miles per hour. Let me see. Oops, other way. That's about an hour away. So you've got an hour to try and again, that's warned for 70-mile-per-hour winds as well. So if you're uncomfortable with that, you need to go ahead and make those preps now to find another place. Yes, Obi, at least it's not Illinois. I don't know what Mother Nature has against Illinois this year, but that is absolutely ridiculous, the number of tornadoes reported there. This is the storm the casters were tracing that dropped some naders. Yes, this storm out of Greer County right now was tornado warned up in here. I believe that's where they were catching some of that stuff. So right up here. All right, so that hail, let's go back. Let's go back to Orville. So there it is, the hail coming right between Mangum and Granite. Mangum and Granite. Again, this is moving southeast at 30 miles per hour, 2-inch hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds. It's moving a little more flat now. Let's see, does that fit in there now? That might be a little too far south with that now. Dan, it is gonna be close. I think this is more Mangum Blair, but it'll be close. Mangum here in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Will it be close to 70-mile-per-hour winds around Elgin Sterling, or are we? Yeah, it's too far to tell, Kelly. It's still 2-3 counties away. A lot can change here. So still a little too soon there right now. Again, I may be a little too far south with the track on this, but right now, Blair about 1020, Roosevelt 1055, Snyder Mountain Park at around 11:15. Indiahoma is going to be coming up around 11:45, and that means probably closer to midnight if it survives for cash. So if it tries to get to Geronimo, it's not going to be until 12:30 or 1 o'clock. Again, if it holds on. Again, that's a long way to go. It's a long way to go. The Apache Casino Hotel camera. See what we've got here. Need to whip this around the other way. Get this back towards the west a bit more. You can see a lot of lightning out there. A lot of lightning to the west, a lot of lightning to the north. Oh, we got a camera looking west. Let's see what up north has. Not as much. There's definitely a lot more light show out there to the west. Yep, there's all the light show out there. So coming into Mangum, it looks like the hail is currently dropping just outside of town, just north of the air park up there, the airport. If Lawton were to get storms, it probably wouldn't be closer until 12:30. That is if. If. Okay. Let's get this northern line up here. This is moving with 70-mile-per-hour winds. It is moving southeast at 40. Let's see exactly which way it's going here. Okay. Okay. Let's draw this. Oh, come on. Okay. Some of the tracks here for this northern storm. Gracemont around 10:15, Minco at around 10:05. Yeah, El Reno, it's just about to come in here in the next 10 minutes. Tuttle 10:15, Chickasha 10:30, Blanchard 10:30, Ninnekah 10:35, Purcell at 11 o'clock. Same thing as Lindsay, about 11:15 in Maysville, closer to 11:30 for Pauls Valley, and Katy, Wynnewood at around 11:40, and Sulphur here about midnight. Davis at about 11:55. Is there going to be hail if it makes it to Elgin? Yes, these storms would have hail, but I don't know if anything is aimed at Elgin right now. Again, storm here over Greer County is kind of heading in this general direction right now. So I don't know if that's necessarily aimed for Elgin right now. Mark asking for Stevens County. Again, right now, it's hard to see anything moving right towards Stevens County right now. If anything moves towards Duncan, it's not going to be until 11:30 midnight. So, and again, it may get missed. You've got a storm up here. It's coming this way, and then you got a storm that's going down this way. So, Mark, you may get missed. Cotton County, again, probably 1, 2 a.m., Kimberly. 1 to 2 a.m. Same thing, Jerry, about 1 to 2 a.m. if we get this storm to hold on. Will Team USA come back to beat, is it Turkey A now? Is that what we're calling it? Turkey A? We're not playing Pulisic or anybody like that. We don't need it. I think they just pull everybody. So probably not. They're not going to try. They already have their round of 32 team already decided. So I don't think they're going to try and bring that one back, Keybone. How about is the storm coming towards Comanche County? It is warned for 2-inch hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds. Is that what is exactly coming for Lawton? Yes or no? It is too early to tell. Katy, Saldana. Right now, I think this storm stays north of Frederick. We've got Aiden here in Lone Wolf. It looks like this is heading more towards Granite Lake Altus, but it is trying to jog a little bit more to the east with this last run here. It's moving at about 30 miles per hour, and we are about here. So we're about 15 to 20 minutes out. And we're about 15 to 20 minutes out. I would think solidly quarters coming towards that way. That bigger hill appears to be between Granite and Mangum. But again, it is starting to jog a little more towards the east there on the north. So 15 to 20 minutes, Aiden. Lawton hasn't been through it yet. We haven't seen anything, to be honest, here. It has been quiet. A lot of the storms have been up to the north. Any rotation, there is nothing near Geronimo right now. There is nothing near Geronimo. There is nothing within 50 miles of Geronimo right now. There is nothing near Geronimo. There are no tornadoes out there either. Is there rotation? Yes, there has been rotation. This is what drives hailstorms, but I am not seeing any tightening rotation out there. There's no, again, everything in red is heading away from the radar in Frederick. So everything's going this way. And then the green is coming towards you. So it's not side by side going in different directions in really bright colors right now. So there is no tornado threat right now. Again, Walters probably wouldn't be until after midnight as well. Walters probably wouldn't be until after midnight. Altus, Duke, Blair, you're definitely going to notice some gusty winds with this. Lacey, Campbell, Garvin County, Elmore City. Do we know what wind speeds have been or are tracking to be in a mobile home? And it worries me. So you're going to be right in here. Again, this storm is warned for 70-mile-per-hour winds. It is moving southeast at 30. It's still quite a bit of ways away. So it is still 2 hours away from you. Has 70-mile-per-hour winds. So it's still got a ways to go. Let's see. All right. Matthew Tranquil is going to be the head of the Lawton Fort Sill Chamber of Commerce. Thank you, sir, for dropping in. Appreciate you for leading the ribbon cutting for this. And I'm glad to be a proud member of the Lawton Fort Sill Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for your support. Glad to be an active member here within our community. Want to keep us all safe. Not just the Lawton Fort Sill community, but we are here for all of Southwest Oklahoma as well. So from I-35 all the way to I-40 to the Red River and all the way to the Texas border, we are here for all 18 counties across Southwest Oklahoma. Chris, we are working on that camera. We're trying to figure out the water tower up there. I don't want to go on a water tower, but I may be on a water tower. So let's see here. I need to pull this all the way back. Yes, Jennifer. Let's see. So Mangum, this is coming in right on the north side of town. Right on the north side of town. All right, let's put this back in motion real quick. This trying to go a little bit more east than south. Any worries about the Lawton camera tonight? There's always worries. I still haven't had a chance to get up there and put my sandbags up there and fix the wind vane and keep the rain gauge from saying that it's rained 124 inches in the last day. I've got to get those things fixed. When you are the owner, operator, IT, chief meteorologist, marketer, salesperson, dad, husband, STEM teacher, it's hard to try and get it all try to get it all in. So I need to get up there and fix those things for sure. Teresa, thank you. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching out for my folks on your road. Thanks for taking care of them. I appreciate it. Say this is still, we got a flood advisory for Greer County. Ping pong ball size hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds still. Still moving east at 20. And it wants to try and dive a little more south again. So it's slowing up again. I am me. I am the Tech Silver Weather Lab. The Tech Silver Weather Lab is me. That is that is it. I get to things. I get to new cameras as I can. I get to I get to things as I can. It is a delicate balancing act. I always heard you've got the four burners. You got your family, you got your job. Forget what the other two are, but you never want to turn that gas off to the family. So you've got to try and balance the other things as best you can. All right. Which way are we moving here? Which way are we deciding to move now? Looks like it's trying to jog a little bit more towards Mountain Park, Snyder, Manitou, maybe more in the direction of Frederick. Right now I've got Blair at about 10:30. Mountain Park at around 11:30. Manitou at around 11:46. It would put Frederick at about midnight. Tipton would be about 11:30. Mike Chumley, living East Lawton, but currently in Altus, debating on letting this pass before heading back home. Let's see. If you think you can get past Snyder by 11:30, which I think you can, I would go ahead and go, but you would need to leave now, Mike. You would need to leave now. It's moving at about 20 to 30 miles per hour, so I think you can get out ahead of it. You should be able to make that. If there's anything for Geronimo, it's not going to be until after midnight. Again, a lot is still up in the air there. Where's my truck driver? Did my truck driver get to Cooperton yet? Did my big rig driver get to Cooperton? Get him out in advance of all this stuff. Well, it looks like the colors are dialing back here. We're not seeing as bright the reds or the pinks on the reflectivity, which is definitely some great news. We've lost some of the hail. We still have some of the wind. Again, if we see anything for Lawton, it's still a little bit of a ways out. So that storm's moving at about 20 to 30 miles per hour, and it's about 56 miles away. So we're about two hours away. Candy, yes, I did. Again, like I said, I am just the one man juggling things. I'm trying to balance my schedule with my friends at Coast Technology Group to help me with this. And then I need to reach back out to Mr. Raybon and double check on the funeral home down there on Main Street in Snyder. That would be where we would put it. So that will be the next one I need to scout, actually. So that is what I'm looking for. All right. That is interesting. Got a nice little red box over there. Yep, Kathleen, it does look like it's going a little bit more east. So as it speeds up and turns right, it would go down this way. As it weakens, it goes this way. So right now it's going that more easterly direction right now. Did it pass corn? All right, corn is up here. Where is corn? Where is my corn Bible? There it is. Okay. Yes. It's well to the east and well to the southwest of corn. Shelly, he was going to Elk City, but I told him to kick north earlier so that he would miss that. But yes, he was on his way to Elk City, so I just told him to get north earlier. Temple. Oh, goodness. Temple is still a ways away from this, too. If it hangs on, Temple, that's 3 hours away if it gets there. Okay. Thanks for the local weather coverage. Big fan. Can you please give a shout out for my homegirl, Sienna, when you're not busy giving updates? Why not? We're already here. So shout out to Sienna. That's how it works. Yes. Yes. So as rotation increases, storms tend to turn to the right of their main track. Altus, you're going to see some gusty winds here shortly. And that's going to be the next 5 to 10 minutes. There'll be some very gusty winds, but the worst of that storm is going to be to the north. Now, there's another thing I'm watching for out here in the Panhandle. There is a tornado warning out here in, I don't know what county that is, in Texas. It's west of Harmon County. So this is for Collinsworth County. Collinsworth County, this is going to be north of Wellington, Texas. This would be heading in the general direction of Vinson, Reed. So we're going to watch out here for the Sandy Sanders State Wildlife Management Area, Jester, Western Greer County, Northern Harmon County for this next storm. Okay. Sierra, are you the Sierra we're shouting out here? I don't know. So Lone Wolf, this is going to skirt to your south. We got this hail core lagging back that's heading more towards Granite now. So then that's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 miles west of town. Granite, you are the next one in line here. There is hail on the way about 5 miles west of town. So you've got about 5 to 10 minutes. It's coming in. That could be some rather large hail coming in there. That is still warned for ping pong ball size hail. So that's heading right for Granite right now. I am about 1 mile east of the northern end of Lake Ellsworth. What can we expect here, please? Sabine. Looks like a lot of that's going to stay kind of to the, it could be a little bit more in line here, but it looks like this storm continues to weaken here. That one spot right along Highway 9 and 283 heading towards Granite is the strongest part here. Are we in the clear in Elk City? Eagle G Minerals. Sounds like you guys have got several folks up there working for you. We've got this second line out here. This line is moving east at 45. Looks like the tail end of this line, the northern end of this line, is right up here, heading your way. So it's about an hour out. And that end of the line has been warned for penny-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So kind of a baseline severe thunderstorm. The worst of that storm is down well to your southwest, down here in Collinsworth County. This area down here, south of Shamrock, Texas, is what I'm looking for here. So that should stay to your southwest quite a bit. So Eagle G Minerals, that's going to stay well to your southwest, but next hour. Let's see here. Anything near Walters, and do you think it is good to go to Lawton? Yes, it's good to go to Lawton right now. There is, again, this one storm really setting off fireworks out here. Goodness gracious. That's 5 this evening. It's a little too early for that. Right now, this one little core right to the west of Granite is the only thing I have really moving into southwest Oklahoma. So the tornado warning for Collinsworth County is the next thing to watch for southwestern Beckham County, northern Harmon County, and western Greer County. So that's what I've got to watch out for there. Got to go fix this Geronimo camera real quick that keeps flickering on me. Goodness. Okay, this keep going back to this storm over here. All right, this storm doesn't look like much now. It's 60-mile-per-hour winds and penny-size hail. If there's any of that hail, it's down there around El Reno to Minco. So some rain, some rumbles, some brief gusty winds. So that's definitely coming down quite a bit here. This next strong storm. Yep, we up. We're still up. We're still here. We are still here. Okay, so let's pick this Collinsworth County storm apart in Texas. Mangum, Savannah, I'll get to in just a second. So there is your velocity here. It's west of Highway 83, north of Wellington. So that's still holding on to here. We've got a new severe thunderstorm warning for Grady and McLean County. That's going to be an update to that storm. That storm has definitely had some pretty decent rotation as it's gone south of McLean and south of Shamrock, Texas. It does look pretty strong right now. We'll see how long it can maintain itself. But right now, it is in the Texas Panhandle, and that'll be heading into, let's see, it's moving east at 35. So the next in line here, as it moves straight east, let's change the, let's go back up here, go to a cellular path, then let's draw it out. If it holds on in this direction, that's going to put the Sandy Sanders Wildlife Management Area at around 1110. It's going to be the Bloomington Jester area around 1030. We're looking at Willow and Mangum around 1145, Granite at midnight, Lone Wolf at 1210, and Hobart, if it holds together, just about 1230. Yes. Again, anything that hits now is likely going to be early in the morning. Keep going back and checking my hail core here, and got to hop back on the Hobart camera here. Since we have it, might as well take a peek and see the light show coming into town. And it's been a strobe light show for Hobart for quite some time this evening. So we are looking off towards the west southwest in the direction of Mangum right now. We're on top of the Hobart Fire Station. Zoom this out a little bit. I think I've got it zoomed out as much as I can. Yep, quite a lightning show there in Hobart. Yeah, Savannah, that whole thing just kind of petered out north of town, and now there's just a little bit up there around Granite. Looks like there may be some more rain here in the next half hour from the northwest. May try to stay to the north, but I'll be watching that storm out here north of Wellington, Texas, trying to come your way. Still got a little bit of time. Again, Mangum being about 50 miles away, so it's about an hour and a half. So we're still looking closer to 11:45 midnight before that would even come in. Back out to the rest of the region. Still a tornado watch across parts of Kansas, northeastern Oklahoma, even. Flood watch for the northern half of the state. You can see numerous flood warnings, flash flood warnings up across southeast Kansas, southwest Missouri, northeastern Oklahoma. And significant flooding up there in that part of the state. They do not need any more rain right now. Yes, the rain should definitely squash any severe threat we should see with any of this. I'm still holding on to this little hail core right here. It's probably got some penny or quarter sized hail in it. And it's tracking just north of Granite now. So this is just 3 or 4 miles out of town. I really don't want to get up and move my car into the garage. Will it be that bad in Geronimo? I'm not anticipating it, Cassie. Not anticipating it. Right now, Blair is in the clear for the moment. Had some breezy winds go through there. Most of the rain has stayed north. Yep. It's going to miss there. This line still coming through. It's got a long way to go. It's moving east at 35, so it's got a long time to go. So if it holds on, 35 miles gets it to the Greer County line. 70 miles gets it to the Jackson, Kiowa County line. That's 2 hours. And then 105 gets it almost to Lawton, so 3 hours away. Sayre, this northern edge of the line is a lot weaker, Shelby. So it's about less than an hour away, 45 minutes. About 45 minutes away. Again, this one's not nearly as strong up here. More heavy rain and some lightning. Might be some small pea-sized hail with it, but that would be in the next 45 minutes and change. Tomstead Lake. So again, it's still, and if it's there, it's a little over 2 hours away. maybe an hour if this stuff in northwestern Greer County decides to kick south. But Tyra, it's going to be probably a couple of hours before we see anything try to scoot that way. How is Duncan looking tonight? Well, right now, we've got this dying line of storms up here and some general showers kind of spreading down into the 81 and 35 corridor. So right now, this is just rain. And if we see anything, it's not going to be until 1, 2 a.m. for anything stronger than that. Courtney, yes, these are just, you're getting like some anvil top lightning strikes here. Again, not anything severe. These are dying thunderstorms here. So nothing severe coming into Elgin. Keep checking the mesonet, just making sure we don't have any like downbursts or is 90 degrees right now in Altus still. It's just been that hot today, and it just has not cooled off that much. Fort Cobb's at a nice, cool, refreshing 70 degrees right now. That's pretty nice. Chickasha right now, again, there's some breezy winds at times. This cluster of storms has some maybe 40 to 50 mile per hour winds with it, but not anything crazy ridiculous. Let me hop over to the Twin Lakes. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything wild with this right now. Again, just some breezy winds, some rumbles in Chickasha tonight. The Lawton area, again, it's just the cluster of storms up here in Kiowa, Greer County is starting to die out. The strongest thing is out here in Wellington County or Collinsworth County, Texas, north of Wellington, Texas. And that's still 3 hours away if it holds together, which more than likely it won't. And there is nothing severe. There are no severe storms in the Lawton area or in Comanche County or in Caddo County or in Grady County or in Stevens County. There are some general thunderstorms working their way through. The severe warning for Greer and Kiowa has been allowed to expire. So currently we have no severe thunderstorm warnings in southwest Oklahoma. That may change with this storm out here in Collinsworth County. If it holds together here north of Wellington, we'd have to watch for Harmon, Greer, and Beckham counties. Again, if anything survives for Lawton, it's not going to be for another 2 or 3 hours. It's going to be a little bit of time. Looking pretty far away from the radar there. Let's see what Amarillo shows. It's still going to be a great distance away too. And there's still a little bit of rotation right in there coming back. So there's still something trying to show up there rotation wise. But it is not producing at this time. Go back to this Hobart camera real quick. Still see the light show. So yeah, nothing severe. Nothing severe. Whoa, there you go. That's a great shot there. A lot of cloud to ground lightning. A lot of cloud to cloud lightning here over Hobart. But nothing is severe. Nothing is severe here in Kiowa County. Let's check things out here from the Apache Casino Hotel here on the east side of Lawton. So you can see the one storm out there in the west. There's the lightning for our Kiowa County storm. You can see it out there in the distance from the top of the Apache Casino Hotel. And if we spin this around to the north, we should see some more. Not as much, but we should see some more. And of course, it doesn't want to show it. Well, we tried. The storm out in Kiowa County wants to be the one that puts on the show. Still nothing reported with this. Let's check the rainfall. How much rain has fallen with this storm so far? Quite a bit of rain up there in Greer and in Beckham counties. So about 1.5 inches near Granite. About 2.5 inches west of Willow. Chad, that's the $1 million question right now. A lot of that stuff has been trending weaker as it's gotten near us. I know we're under the severe thunderstorm watch for another little while longer, but right now a lot of the storms as they've drawn closer have fallen apart. So it's kind of what I'm watching for right now. The strongest stuff now, since there are no more warnings in southwest Oklahoma, the strongest stuff is out in the Texas Panhandle. So I'm watching that very closely just to the south of Shamrock, Texas. And Beckham County just got hit 2 to 3 inches of rain with this storm. Would have loved that a little bit further, but that area still needed rain too. So special weather statement here, basically 50 to 55 mile per hour winds and penny size hail. That's pretty much any storm in the Kiowa, Washita, Beckham, Greer, and Harmon County area. All right, Bradley. Sorry, it's not Brady, it's Bradley. Nothing severe right now, man. I've got the camera up here on the fire station. It's a light show. I'll admit it. It's putting out a lot of lightning. It definitely is scary, but there's nothing severe. The wind could pick up here, 50 mile per hour winds, maybe some pea to dime size hail, but that's really about it here. It looks a lot worse than it actually is. Okay. So got a lot of lightning in it. It'll probably get breezy, but that's about it with this storm. Nothing severe with this storm. So I'm watching it. It's quite the light show there from atop the firehouse, but nothing significant coming into Hobart. All right. It's time for everyone's favorite game. Guess where that Oklahoma town is from. I don't know where Crescent, Oklahoma is. That is northwest of Guthrie. Okay. Let me see, Brenda. I don't usually get up that way. Looks like everything is well to your south. You're going to be right there. Yep, there is. It'd be breezy, but yeah, a lot of the stuff is going to stay to your south. It's all down here impacting us. So I cover everything here along I-40 and then everything west of 35. So, yep, Kevin, you got me. Bing, bing, bing. I did not know. You're welcome, Brenda. Got a nice little bow echo here. So this is going to turn into more straight line winds. But again, you'll have to watch these little wiggles in the line for any potential severe thunderstorms along it. How strong are the winds? So we got a little bit of rotation in here. So there's some away and towards here north of Wellington, and there's some away and towards right here south of Wellington. So there's two areas of note right here. There's one area of rotation, and then there's another area of rotation right in there. Nope, it's not a problem, Brenda. As long as things aren't too crazy down here, I do try to jet up to some of those other areas and let folks know what's going on there, because I know a lot of folks are seeking out information, and when they see something, they stop. So hopefully that helped. I know it was quick, but hopefully that helped you out just a little bit. Getting loud in Fletcher. There is nothing severe out there, so there's good news there. But yeah, definitely a little breezy. There's a lightning strike that came down just north of Fletcher. Gary, that's yet to be seen right now. I think you should go ahead and go to sleep, to be honest. Right now, things are, I don't want you to wait until 2 in the morning, because again, if any of this stuff survives, it's still 3 or 4 hours away from you, Carrie. So get the sleep now while you can. Have the alerts turned on just in case. Okay. Again, those Texoma Weather app alerts will wake you up. Make sure you have them set for you. So new severe thunderstorm warning here for Childress County. Again, still penny-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Moving towards Hollis, yes. Let me turn this off. This is moving east at southeast at 20 miles per hour. There's a little bit of an outflow boundary on it. Southeast at 20. Yeah, southeast at 20. Hmm. I've got the wrong type. That's why I'm fighting with this. No, let me redo that one. I don't like how that turned out. Okay. Again, this is just a rough timeline here. A very rough timeline. So Childress around 11:45. It fell apart. Caitlin, it fell apart. Mangum around or Hollis first. That's going to be 11:38. Duke around 11:35. El Dorado, same thing. After one for Lusty and Altus and Blair. Mangum around 12:52. Granite 117. Closer to 2 a.m. for Tipton. About 2:25 for the whole length of or Highway 183. And Cash not until after 3 o'clock. Yeah, Shanna, that temperature dropped pretty quickly. So 82 right now. East wind at 17. It's going to start. Yeah, it went from 87 at 10 down to 80 at 10:20. So it's starting to drop. It is starting to drop. Gwendolyn, I think I mentioned 118 here. 118 for this storm. Sabine, yeah, that you and everybody else. There's a lot of places that have been hurting for some rain and just not picking it up. I hadn't seen the latest drought monitor here. Let's see. Does this go over the top or does it go underneath? Yeah, so you see, I mean, it's dry up there at Ellsworth, yes. But you see, my friends up here in Hobart, Granite, Sentinel, Cordell, Sayre, Weatherford, Elk City are hurting a lot worse right now. Really hurting bad. Could really use some more of that rainfall. Oh, look, they took the severe thunderstorm warning away entirely for that. Oh, trust me. Yeah, I get you. I get you. I'm in the same boat as you. I completely get it. We don't need flooding rains, but yes, a good steady rain is just what the doctor ordered. Again, drought breeds drought. So it's going to take a lot more than this to get us out of the hole that we are in right now. So there are currently this tail end of the storm down here. If we can get that to go a little bit further south, Childress, but that would be more El Dorado then. El Dorado would be more in the line for this one. My live stream keeps freezing. Anybody else having that issue? What about Missouri? Hornersville. Whew. I could tell you where Joplin is, Rolla, Branson. Where is Hornersville, Missouri? That's a new one. Okay. My feed is not freezing up with everybody else, so you may want to check your settings there. Oh, goodness gracious. You might as well be Jonesboro, Arkansas there, Carolyn. Have you checked with Ryan Vaughn? Have you checked in on Ryan Vaughn lately? He may have something going on out there. I don't see anything out there. You're way out here. There's Hornersville in the boot heel of Missouri. I don't see anything out there. Nope. It is all north of you. So yeah, Chad, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. It's the tornado warning storm coming for Lautner. No, it is well, one, it's no longer tornado warned, so that's some good news. Two, if it does come here, it is still it's moving east at 40, so it's picked up the speed a little bit, but we are still 2.5 hours away. So 11:45, 12:45, 1:15. So it's still after 1, Monica. So we are still a long way away from getting that heading towards us even. Let's just check in on the light show that's still going on here in Hobart. Yeah, I have also heard about the myth about taking shower in a thunderstorm. I don't know. I've always tried to wait it out just to be on the safe side. So, well, Hedrick gets some good rain. Hedrick, I hope Hedrick can get some rain. Hedrick needs some rain too. So again, if this keeps moving, that's about an hour and 15 away. Christina Hernandez, that's about an hour and 15 away. Elgin, ooh, that could be even longer away. Again, 40, it's still looking like 1:30. What about Western and Indian Hills? We're talking Oklahoma City. Is that what we're talking about? Western and Indian Hills? Western and Indian Hills. I have no idea where that is, Nolan. You're going to have to give me a slightly bigger place. Norman Moore area. Okay, that helps me. Pretty gusty. Looks like the university. I seriously doubt that. We are getting geared up for a road trip here in the morning, so would much rather be getting some shut eye to make the drive here. Zoe Lynn, let me kind of loop you in with Nolan here real quick. So a lot of stuff is dying out. There's a lot of lightning around. That's not crazy breezy. It does say that it's seeing about 50 to 55-mile-per-hour winds. So definitely some breezy winds out there as these storms collapse. So you're going to notice some of those collapsing storms producing some gusty winds. So it's just breezy up there, nothing severe. There are some rumbles of some additional showers, Anadarko, El Reno, Minco, that'll be heading in that direction for both of you, Zoe and Nolan, but nothing severe out of any of that. So it should be just that good garden variety type thunderstorm. Bradley, we're getting a lot of sound in Hobart. Yeah, that has been quite the light show, quite the storm out there in Greer County. Jonathan, can we go to sleep now, or is it more severe weather tonight? So there is some severe weather. Again, we got this line out here. It is a baseline severe thunderstorm warning. Winds and hail, 60 and quarters. So that's your lowest threshold of severe storms right now. And it's coming into far western Oklahoma right now. It's moving southeast at 40. So moving pretty quick. Yeah, I know they can be pretty crazy when they get going. So yes, I know not just a downburst. So yeah, it can be a heat burst. So all right. WN Tree Service. What about SARE? Again, looks like a lot of the severe weather is staying just to your south. You got this tail end of the storm here around Shamrock that's going to kind of skirt down towards Eric and Carter and Willow. But it looks like it should stay just to your south. I don't know how bad the wind has been up there earlier. I don't know if you've got some jobs that you're having to pick up now, but you'll be watching out for this windstorm. You might have to jet down south here into Greer and Harmon counties and see what any wind damage might do down here, WN Tree Service. So thanks for hopping in and checking the feed here. Larry Radford, any chance it make it bottom side of Lawton towards Geronimo and Walters? Again, it's possible. Again, it's possible. It's still like well after midnight. Laramie, Sapulpa. Is it going to make it to Sapulpa? It looks like a lot of this stuff is going to stay south of Sapulpa, which I say is a good thing right now. So yeah, I think that's good news considering all the flood warnings out there. Sapulpa needs to dry out. So Laramie, this should stay south of you. Barbara Collins, I live south of Mangum off of 34. What's it going on here? Loads of lightning flashing and we hear thunder. Yes. Again, 60 and quarter size hail. Check the velocity on this one. There's a lot of lightning. Yes, there's just a strobe light effect out there. Now there's a little bit of rotation that's picking up here too. Okay. Again, not every time does rotation mean there's an imminent tornado. It does mean that there's a pretty good hail core that's developing here. Right there on the Greer and Harmon County line is where we see that area of rotation developing. And if I rotate or put this back to live, you can see how it has kind of taken shape. So it has kind of gained some intensity here right along Highway 9 at the Greer and Harmon County line, just a mile or two west of Reed. So if we go back to our trusty Hobart Tower cam here, I try and jog it down south a little bit. We're looking right at it. See if we can see anything back there. A lot of lightning in front of it. Shoo, man. Just a lot of flashing lightning. Not been bad up here, just tons of good needed rain. Thank you. No problem. Happy for you guys. That whole area has been plagued with drought. We need some more rain. So gonna be watching for hopefully a little bit more tonight before things dry out for the next week and a half. So trying to squeeze out every little bit of we can while we've got it. Gary, we've seen a lot of lightning on the west side a lot, and yeah, you're seeing that whole light show out in the western horizon. Bradley, my mom lives outside of Roosevelt. Is she good? Well, right now she's good. Right now she's good. Gonna watch that storm there in Mangum or west of Mangum carefully. What do we say this was moving at? 40 miles an hour. Might be moving a little bit further south than that, but Mangum here at about 11:20. Granite 11. I don't think it's 11:45. It's going to be 11:30. Closer to midnight for Blair. Mountain Park, Snyder at about 1 a.m. If we see anything about this in Lawton or Chattanooga, it's not until closer to 2. So right now, Bradley, she's good. Clayton, it would not be until like 2 o'clock. Norman area, let's see. It would still be like early morning, but most of this stuff out here should stay well south of Norman, Lorraine. There's a spider on your Burke cam. You got to take care of that dog, arachnophobe. All right, real quick. You see there's a dot here at Hobart that has a buffalo on it. There's a dot here in Lawton that has a buffalo on it. And there's a dot over here in Pauls Valley that has a buffalo on it. This one is not my camera, but you said there's one on here, so now I'm curious. Oh yeah, some guy. This is a personal camera in his backyard. That is not with me. So I don't even know who owns that. They tried to give me control of it. I didn't want it, but they gave me control of it for a minute. But it's not mine. What software do you use for streaming? So I use a combination of OBS and StreamYard. So OBS is allowing me to do like adding the cameras and all that, adding the ticker to the bottom, and the StreamYard is allowing me to add the microphone and the what am I trying to think of? Oh, the text here, the comments. So yeah, it's a mixture of OBS and StreamYard. So I hope some of that stuff comes through where I live. Yes, we need some rain. I dozed off. Still had your live feed. I'm guessing Lawton is good. I'm going. Yeah, Zeus. It's not until after 2 a.m. for us if it holds on. Come back to our handy dandy Hobart Tower cam. And the lightning still rolling on. Man, just right on cue there. Just it has not let up here in Hobart with the lightning show. It just continues to just strobe here. Sabine, do you work from home now, kind of like a freelancer meteorologist, YouTuber? I'm just curious. So my full-time job, I am a STEM teacher. I am a STEM teacher for the Oklahoma National Guard. Work for a program called Starbase up on Fort Sill. So I get to play around with robots and chemical reactions and build rockets and all that kind of stuff. So we get visiting fifth graders all the time. That is my day job. This is my after hours job that I'm starting up here. So this is on the side. So keeps me busy though. McKenna, again, most of this bad stuff has been out west and up north. If anything comes through here, it's not until after 2 a.m. right now. A lot left to go here. I know. I know. Yes. It is crazy. Yes. Jennifer, I visited your class. I've been to Starbase. It's me, Riley from Geronimo. See, I've got these students that keep coming back. They remember me. I go by Chief. They remember me. Hello, Riley. Speaking, if we can just get rid of the severe stuff, I think we're good. We're heading that right way. Good, Riley. Glad you had fun. We had fun at summer camp too. We had 2 camps here over June, so I hate we missed you then. Are these storms going to hit the Oklahoma Arkansas state line soon? Mason, is that what you mean? You're looking at the Oklahoma Arkansas state line? Because it is still a long way. I don't know if they'll hold on that far. It's a good long ways. If it's after 2 a.m. here in Lawton, we're looking well into the sunrise time frame, Mason, before we see anything out that way, if it holds on. So still have this warning out here. They have upped the winds to now 70. miles per hour. It's going to be that section right in here, northwest of Vinson and Madge. Community of Carl. Got some areas of rotation in here. Still a little bit to the west of Mangum, we have that away and towards right here. And then we have this surge of wind right here with this storm coming into Highway 30. Keep trying to go back to the Hobart camera and see if we can see anything from here. It is hard to see anything coming in from there. Shoo. Got to give the ears a break a little bit. That hurts after a while. Just want all the bells, whistles, and sirens waking up the rest of the house. So I got to take that off. It gets a little sore from time to time. Again, just a strobe light show there in northern Kiowa County. Lysandra May Kruckenberg. I'm at Hastings. Could I go to bed? Yeah, you're not looking until like 4 in the morning. So you've got a good 4 or 5 hours of sleep, Lysandra. Just set your alerts. Set your alerts on. Turn them on. Shoo, goodness. Turn your alerts on just so if anything does happen, you're woken up by it. But right now, yeah, you're good. Probably closer to 4 or 5 a.m. Can I show Altus? Yep. So there is Altus. We're trying to see these two lines come together here. And Granite. So these are moving at about 30 miles per hour. That's kicked up to 45 miles per hour out there to the west. Still think that's like closer to 35 miles per hour for this first one. Let's see. So Granite around 11:30. Blair at around 11:30. Mountain Park, Snyder at around 12:10. Cooperton's in here at around 12:15. So again, we're still looking well after 1 a.m. Yeah, you can see there's an outflow boundary from those storms up to the north. So the wind did pick up out here. And then you're noticing, see some of these spotty showers that are trying to develop out here. So, yeah, stuff is trying to pop up there, Dawn. Stuff is trying to develop. You can see it out west of Snyder, especially. You're starting to see stuff developing out ahead of this. So we're going to start seeing stuff fill in shortly. Are these making it to Chickasha? It's, again, 35 to 40 miles per hour. We still got a good ways to go, roughly 2 hours. Are these dying out? They're maintaining. Right now they are maintaining. They're holding tough right now. Hold it down, Toby. We're counting on you. We're counting on you. Hold it down. Again, there's the rain coming down in Hobart, the light show all around right now. Man, this has seen so much lightning tonight. It does, Dawn. And I missed the drone show. That was down at the golf course down there a few days ago. It was over the weekend, and I didn't get out there till this past Monday to fix the camera. So it does look like an early fireworks show. It is an early fireworks show. I'm not trying to be Dorothy or Toto and end up in the land of Oz, but my pillow's calling my name. Me too, Obi. Me too. I am trying to get there as soon as I can. But Mother Nature has other plans for me right now. Okay, so we've got a new severe thunderstorm warning here. Golf ball sized hail. That storm 70 and golf ball sized hail moving east at 30. So it's hit the brakes a little bit more than what I saw. So we'll draw a new track on that just in case. I hate when it does that. Let's start moving east. So Mangum here in the next few minutes. Granite 1132, Lone Wolf 1147, Blair 1136, Roosevelt at around 1208. So I'd put Hobart at around midnight and Cooperton around 1230. Ian, where's that camera located? Right here in Hobart, Oklahoma, Kiowa County. Hobart, Oklahoma is where that camera is located. This is one of my cyclone port stations up there on top of the fire station. This is on Radar Omega. If you have Radar Omega, you can see it there, or download the Texoma Weather app and you can find it there. I also have another camera down here at the Apache Casino Hotel on the east side of Lawton. Again, this is also on top of the hotel, another cyclone port station that can be seen on the Radar Omega site or on my app. So there is East Lawton right there, looking towards those storms out in the west. At least you're in a house. Yes. Yes. My living room is like 6 feet that way. And then my bed is like 25, 30 feet that way. I would much rather be there. Trust me. We got to get this stuff past us first. She's making you work overtime. Yes. I don't get paid in overtime, though. Speaking of fireworks, come see us at the Hop and Sack on Pumpkin Center. Yep. It's a big tan tent out there. Is the season. Somebody's already set off some of those larger shells in town here the last little bit. The lightning is a horrible thing. Our house was struck by lightning last Friday morning and caught fire, and we lost everything. Darla, I am so sorry. Oh, goodness. I hate that for you guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, lightning is nothing to be messed with. It is super serious. Some 40-mile-per-hour winds, and this camper wakes me up. And there's a storm. Not funny when you're dead asleep. No, I get it. I get it. So again, Mangum here any minute now. Granite 1135, Lone Wolf 1150. There's some new storms bubbling up out there. Altus downtown. Martha Blair. Lindsay Jackson, are we good in cash? Right now, yes. It was the east of cash. Goodness. All right. I'll be looking out for that, Darla. My prayers go out to you guys for comfort and healing and recovery during this time. I know that's tough. So we see the gust front is starting to surge out ahead of this. So I'm going to stop it here. You can see there's a narrow green line right through here. So that's cold air that's rushing out from the thunderstorms. And it's going straight out. And it's going to start bubbling up these storms out here. So all of this is going to start moving out towards the east. We're starting to see it fill in. So we'll have to see if any of these storms decide to become severe. How does the one coming from Wichita? I live on the border of Oklahoma and Kansas and super scared of storms, no shelter close, and want to be able to get to one. Goodness, I hadn't looked up there. There's still a lingering tornado watch up there. That looks like it's, well, there's nothing severe that I can see with it. There's nothing severe with it right now. It's definitely a lot of lightning and probably some 50-mile-per-hour winds with it, Aaliyah. Bethany Crow. We got Mangum checking in. Thank you for checking in from Mangum. Yeah, a lot of lightning there in town. All around. These little bolts are all circling town right now. Can you explain why the storms would fill in with a gust front coming? Is it cooler air colliding with the warm air? Basically, yes. So what you have, this acts like a mini cold front. So this is going to be like a cold front here. Okay. And if you remember, again, I'm a STEM teacher. If you remember, density, cold air is heavier and goes down. Warm air is lighter and goes up. So you got your cold air right back here going down. And then you've got your warm air that goes up. And it helps to form a lot of those clouds. So as that wedges underneath, it forces that warm air up to cool and condense and form clouds and form rain and form storms. So a little bit of a quick history lesson, a little weather lesson for you. So yes, acts like a little weak cold front coming through. Yeah, we are definitely thinking of you guys, Darla. All right, I'm going to throw the Thunder Rolls on loop and try to get some sleep. Okay. Good luck, Obi. What time will Cash see any? Again, all of this moving at about, that line's moving at 45. Okay, if Cash holds on, if it holds on, 45. So we're about an hour and 15, an hour and 20 minutes out. Hour 15, hour 20. Yeah, the lightning has been just nuts with this, especially around Hobart. It's just been nonstop. Brian, it's not zero, but it's not my main concern right now. Hail, strong winds. There are some areas of rotation to watch. But again, most of the rotation has been feeding some hailstorms. Let's just look at that. And this is the live look at the, goodness gracious, just nonstop strobe light here in Hobart. Just in it. You can see right in here, there's our wind going into the storm here. It's coming out of the northeast. And it's just lightning. I mean, just looking out here towards the west, it's just nothing but lightning as far as you can see. I mean, I'm just impressed from the view of the camera here, just what it's able to show. Is this the same storm that dropped the tornado in Beaver, Oklahoma? Now, that's a long way ago. Likely not then. Mark, I know storms are taking their dear sweet time to get out there. Okay. You're getting some showers moving into Stevens County. Oh, there is a flash flood warning somewhere. Where is that flash flood warning? Beckham Greer. There's your flash flood warning over here. Beckham and Greer County, flash flood warning, 2 to 3 inches of rain have fallen. 1 to 2 more are possible. So you're looking at this area, Eric, down Bloomington, Jester, Plainview. Those are your areas that have seen quite a bit of rainfall so far. And this is the back edge of the line right back here. So once this sweeps through, we're pretty much done for tonight. So we still got a little ways to go to clear this out of here. Yes, there is some rotation there. There is still some rotation. It's broad. It's definitely there, but it's a little bit broad. It's not focused in any one particular spot. But again, you have your red heading away and you have your green heading towards, and this whole thing is rotating. Okay, so yes, there is some rotation here. Not every time does rotation mean a tornado is going to form, but it is something to monitor, and it's going right over Mangum as we speak. So it's going to ride right along Highway 283 out of town. I don't know why some storms seem to have more cloud to ground than others. I am not exactly sure. I would have to look that one up. There are two warnings. One's kind of tucked inside of the other one. So they're kind of hyper focused on this one. So this is its own severe thunderstorm warning right in here. Okay, so that's warned for golf ball size hail. And then this main line here kind of has its own warning right in here. So there's two warnings. So Keith, moving anywhere between 35 and 45 miles per hour. So it depends on what storm we're looking at here, how fast it's going. Like you can see how far the gust front has gotten out in front of this. So we're not seeing the straight line winds right along that, but we are seeing that outflow catching up. I have to watch that Mangum storm carefully because it is tapping into the boundary, and we'll have to see what it does with that. Does it decide it needs to produce something? So it's out of Mangum now. I got to point our camera a little bit more to the southwest a bit more. Yeah, Bethany, you guys still need quite a bit more rain out there. Not super intense in Mangum. Okay, that's good. That's good. All right. Yeah, we need that lightning, though. We need that rain, not the lightning. Shane Colson started raining in Mangum a few minutes ago, but not much. Okay, it looks a lot heavier on the radar. It's moving mostly east, Keith. There is that rotation. Still right along 283 east of town. Phew, okay. Brian Ross, is that Mangum storm going to stay north of Blair? It's going to be like a mile or two north, Brian. It's going to be really close. It's going to be really close. So Hardy here, is Oklahoma City good for now? Yes, Oklahoma City is good for now. Charlie says it's raining good in Mangum now. Good. I mean, it is coming down hard. Okay, here's a larger severe thunderstorm warning that covers. Yes, you are good. Yes. Yeah, there's some light rain in Lawton. What storm is headed? Won't be any tornado. No tornadoes in Oklahoma City. Yeah, it just bet that he had to wait a minute. It just had to get to that side of town, right? It's raining pretty good now. There's still a lot of lightning there over Mangum. And we'll time out this new warning here. So this is going to be for $50. They are going tornado possible now with this tag. So that's important. This is not a tornado warning. This is a pay attention. There's area of rotation that we notice, but we're not confident enough to put out a tornado warning for this. So again, that prime area is now east of Mangum now. So this is going to head over towards in the direction of Roosevelt. So this is going to head in the direction of Roosevelt. Is Oklahoma City going to have any trouble? No. Any severe storms in Lawton, it's possible. With the next line here, it's possible we see this after 1 a.m. It's raining 6 miles north of Altus at my place. Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So somewhere here around north or east 1580 road, something around there, north of the Quartz Mountain Airport. Hey, can you look at Waurika? Sure, why not? I don't know what much is going on out there right now, but seeing the showers try to move south. Tiffany, it is kind of slow going right now for Tillman County. This line eventually is going to keep moving that way. The whole line is moving east at 30. So I'm going to time out this whole line moving east at 30. Okay. Whole line is moving east at 30. So I'm pretty much timing out the gust front. So if I time that out, push it towards the east a bit, try and get some folks out east here. So Altus 1154, Hobart 1217, Snyder 1230, Manitou 1230, Frederick 1245, Chatty at 110, Faxon 115, Cache at 1, Fort Sill at 120, Elgin 140, Lawton 130, Geronimo 135, Walters 150, Duncan 220, Marlow 215, Ninnekah at 220, Apache 130, Anadarko 148, Carnegie 115, about 1 in Mountain View, 1245, and Godibo. There is nothing in Del City. There is nothing in Del City right now. We're not seeing anything up there. There is nothing going on there. No. Getting sprinkles here now. Our high winds coming. I need a little time to get. Not this second. Okay. Stuff is coming down hard in Mangum. I keep trying to go back to the. Let's delete this. Let's get back to the velocity and see what we've got. So there's still this area. Again, it's really windy in Mangum right now. So 50, 55 mile per hour winds coming through Mangum, a lot of lightning. The area of rotation is to the east of Mangum. The rotation is east of Mangum. The rotation is just a few miles east of Mangum. So here it is. It's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 miles east and a couple miles. Elizabeth, I was tracking that rotation before it even got to Mangum. Thank you very much. It is leaving Mangum. Every bit of 50 to 60, I believe, Toby. Not quite the 80, 90 possibly that we saw a couple weeks ago. Thank you, Alexis. All right, checking back in on the Hobart camera here. It's raining pretty decently in Hobart. Yeah, I can't get the sound, but man, I can make my own sounds in my head, I guess, with what's going on here. It is non-stop all night here in Hobart. It is just crazy. Shoo. I don't know how anybody's able to sleep out there with all that going on out there tonight. So yeah, that's here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to leave this kind of parked up in the corner here. I'm going to park it down here with this one too. I don't need the sensors because I'm not showing anything. So there's our so that area of rotation's coming up near the City View community. So Highway 6 and 283. That's where you're seeing the rotation area. And then there's some pretty strong winds coming in on the backside, rushing in here too. So 60-mile-per-hour winds are now west of Mangum too. So we're going to get another surge of winds here in the next 5 to 10 minutes. So we're not done in Mangum just yet. We're not done in Mangum just yet. Just a big old blob of storms coming through here. So now $half size hail, still 70-mile-per-hour winds possible. It's raining in Geronimo a little bit. Raining in Geronimo a bit. Yep, just some showers. Pull up the Apache. All right. Don't put fake storm reports in my chat. That'll get you the boot. So we're seeing decent little rain. And it's a light rain coming down in Lawton. Some lightning showing up out ahead of this too. So you're going to hear some rumbles here soon. But again, I'm just hoping this stuff starts to weaken with the winds and the hail. Charlie, thank you for the report. You're going to see the winds pick up here shortly. Next 5 to 10 minutes, there's going to be another surge of some winds. So another 60-mile-per-hour wind gust possible. I hadn't looked at any of the winds here. I've got temperatures. I was looking for heat bursts to see if those were happening. I completely forgot to pull the winds up. Not anything significant. It's 20-mile-an-hour wind in Mangum, 19 in Hobart. So I'm not seeing. Oh, there's the lightning in Lawton. Whew. Yep, that's going to wake up the house. That. Yeah, that is going to keep the house up. Update on Lone Wolf again. So it looks like the worst of it should stay to your south, Aiden. The worst of it should stay to your south. There's some pretty strong winds heading towards Blair and just south of Granite. I think the strong winds it'll still be pretty breezy coming through there, but I think the strongest of the winds should be just off to your south. Yep, it had a good little rumble to it. And it's not a big tornado risk, but it is not zero, Ty. Got these little squiggles in the lines we just have to watch for. Is this complex heading towards Grady? That's severe. Going to get less severe. So it would be heading your direction. Yep. It'd be heading at least towards the southern part of Grady County. So again, this whole line is moving east at 30 miles per hour. Still tornado possible. I still have that in the wording. It's moving east at 30 miles per hour. I'll put this leading edge here. So Snyder at just after midnight, 12:45 for Cache, and in Mountain View. Carnegie at 1. Lawton just after 1. Apache at 1:10. Anadarko 1:30. Chickasha at 2. Duncan, Marlow, Rush Springs all at around 2. So which direction are these storms tracking? Are they tracking southeast or just straight east? So overall, the whole line is moving east. It is maintaining. It is not weakening. It is maintaining right now. Lost power for a moment in Mangum. The wind and rain are giving us a whooping. I think the outflow dominance won't do anything. Yeah, right now, I mean, the wind is definitely gusting out of these. So just some little areas in there to watch. Michael, I hope it holds on for you. I hope we get some rain out of it. Chad, that lightning bolt was close. I need my lightning detection. My lightning detection. There's one lightning bolt here. It looks like it hit the mall area. That was the loud boom across the town, hitting the mall. In Ninica, I'll take rain and some storms, just not tornadoes, please. It's dark and my kids are asleep. Mine too. Mine too. Is it storming in Hastings? It is not. There's some light showers moving in. That's really about it right now, Mavis. Keep going back to the velocity. Still just some broad rotation there north of Blair. I mean, Shelley, it's continued to just look at all these lightning strikes right in here. All of these right near you. So, yeah. 12:45, 1 a.m. This whole thing is moving east at 30 again. I mean, so it's about an hour and a half away. And that puts it about that time frame. So you'd be leaving in the middle of it, Jacob. You'd be leaving in the middle of it. Back out here, look around. We don't see anything else going on. There's some rain here in Lawton, Anadarko, Chickasha, Marlow, Elmore City, Carnegie, Cordell, Oklahoma City, all seeing rain. We'll see what this does to these storms out here. If they continue to weaken or maintain themselves. Just got to Fort Sill after a 10-hour drive. Can we go to sleep or do we need to figure out about shelters? I don't think you need to figure out about shelters. I mean, again, it'll be pretty windy. Again, winds 60 to 70. As long as you stay in the interior of the house, I think you should be fine. Again, that stuff is not coming in until just after 1 a.m. Just a heads up there. Carter Lloyd, Hobart. It's coming into town now. You can see it down here in the corner. Got it right here on the screen. Looks like the strongest of the wind should stay just out of reach of town. Little bit of rotation in here, but again, I think that stays just south. It's not tight. There's another area rotation, weak one, out here in far southwestern Greer County. Thank you, Tiffany. We are trying to make it better. There's a few other stations like myself across the country that are using this app, and we're trying to find ways to make it better. So appreciate you for giving me your input. We always try to make it just a little bit better. Thank you, Deanna. Thank you, Carter. Again, just the light show there from Hobart. We get our house on base tomorrow, which has a shelter, but in a hotel tonight. We'll definitely be following your weather here. So just go down to the lobby and just hang out there when that time comes. If you're feeling a little unsafe, I'm not sure where you're originally from or if you've dealt with this stuff before. I myself work on base. I'm over by the Army Wellness Center. So I know this area. So uh, again, go ahead and follow the page, download the app, all that stuff. Get acclimated. This is spring in Oklahoma. Thank you, Darla. I appreciate you. How long will it sit over Hobart? Well, where's the back edge of this storm? Is it okay? Finally. So it's been moving at about 30. So maybe I can track the back edge of the line here and do it that way. Well, got to delete that because that's not how I wanted that to go. So it'll finally be done around 1:30. So Bradley, it'll be there about 1:30. It'll be done by one. Did the gust front dissipate? Not really. It's still out there. It's just harder for me to see on the radar right now. Sarah Trent, we are from Mississippi, so we are no stranger to strong storms, unfortunately. I had the pleasure of meeting Matt Laubon, who is out of Tupelo, a genius mind when it comes to weather in this space. And the presentation he put on about what he does there in North Mississippi was just nothing short of amazing. So, yeah, they know how to cover weather in Mississippi too. I know that. Yep, he was amazing. So I look up to the things he does. I can only hope to get this much of what he does in this. So this is where all this has come from. So others like him, I strive to be that. Except it's summer now, and I appreciate all that you do. Thank you. Just prefer the heat, and I hate the heat in reality, and I love the cold. And from Ohio, it gets humid there, right? It gets humid in Ohio, right? It just gets way too hot here. I will not compare myself to Matt. Do not put me in the same tier as Matt. Again, I just do my best here. He's our weatherman. So I started searching here and pulled up you. He's definitely so loved in our area. That was when he said that you could have a street named after you and they will still try and fire you. I think that was the resonating line from that conference, that all of us decided that those of us that have had a past in TV, that is not where the future is. So a lot of us have taken up our computers here and have done great on our own. So he's definitely led the charge. And again, we can definitely thank him for, and among others, for paving that path out there. So again, much respect for Matt and what he does out there in Tupelo. Humid, yes, but it isn't hot. When I grew up, it snowed 6 months out of the year in Ohio. I couldn't do that. I'm from south of the Mason-Dixon line, so I couldn't. I could not do that. Any worries for tornadoes tonight? Aiden, it's not zero. It's not my main concern. I keep looking at the winds from time to time just to see if they're twisting, spinning in any way. We've got just some weak rotation out here. Again, our radar's down here in Frederick. We have some right here, 19 east of Blair. There's a little bit of rotation in there. We do have some pretty strong gusty west winds coming in, coming towards Blair out of Mangum. So it's more straight line winds, heavy rainfall, A lot of lightning with these storms. That's pretty much been the main thing here. Some smaller hail. So that's kind of been the main thing. I'm hoping with this next update we can go with more of a garden variety baseline severe thunderstorm warning here. But there's some pockets of hail. One pocket here, East Duke on 34, and then one just outside, or just on the south side of Lugert. It's going to be heading towards Roosevelt if it holds together. Okay, let's go back to the reflectivity here. Still a lot of lightning north of Duke. So that's going to be coming towards Altus. Altus is going to get its own light show. Granite, Hobart, continue to see quite lone wolf as we've seen. Aiden and Shelley continue to say the light show is pretty intense there. Again, Ember Chisholm. What's Lawton expecting? So I think there'll be some gusty winds. There'll be some locally heavy rainfall. There'll be some rumbles. There might be some small hail, penny size. But right now the hail definitely is coming down in size with each mile that it moves east. So we're still looking about just after 1 o'clock before the rain and storms get here. But I'm hoping that we continue to see it decline. Lots of rain 2 miles east of Blair. I haven't looked at the rainfall totals here recently. Let's see what we got. There's your flash flood warning up here, Eric. So western Beckham County, northwestern Greer County. Those are 2 to 3 inches of rain up there. So you both are hopping on here. Both are staying on. Staying aware. I like it. Shelly, I saw the football player in there, so I wasn't sure. Thunder that just hit sounded like a bomb was dropped on the house. I know there's been people have been shooting off fireworks out there too, so it's been close. Raining like crazy in Mangum. Thank you for the goodness gracious. You see that shot right there in Hobart? Wow. Raining like crazy in Mangum. The scientific term, right? Is dumping buckets over Mangum right now. Thank you all the folks in Mangum that have been checking in. Hopefully you guys have downloaded the app. If you haven't done so, Texas Weather app gets you all the warnings. You got the live radar on there too. You can see the cameras. I'm trying to get all those on there. Hourly, daily forecasts. So, the football player is her boyfriend. Okay, got it. All right. There's a little Facebook logo on my stuff that blocks the other half of the picture. So that's all I can see. My Geronimo camera is having some trouble. I'm going to hop over there real quick and fix that. There we go. Hopefully we got that back. Just had to unstick it. Becca Alsbury just tuned in. Is there possibility of hail in Northwest Lawton? Yeah, there is some hail possible. The hail has been coming down in intensity and size. Right now it's warned for $50. I think penny to quarter size may be possible by the time it gets here. Again, it's not expected to be here until after 1 a.m., Becca. So we've got at least another hour to go. Other than thunder, only light rain by the airport so far. Minimum lightning. Well, the light show is out there to the west. You can see in the corner of the screen, that is what the folks at Hobart, Altus, Mangum, Granite have been dealing with for much of the evening. It is just a light show out there. It is coming down pretty heavy there in Hobart too. I wish my sensors were working right now. Got to go back out there and fix those temperature sensors in the rain gauge, maybe. The rain gauge should be working. Let me see. It has not been that much, I don't believe. Don't believe it's been 4 inches of rain. I think that's a little high. Even 9 inches for the last 24 hours. That's a little high. So there's something off with that sensor right now. Something off there. So we're going to see what they do here. I assume they'll issue a new severe thunderstorm warning here that's going to push it out into Comanche County a bit. Just, again, I think they'll go more quarters, and they're still throwing 70-mile-per-hour winds out there too. So there's definitely going to be another severe thunderstorm warning that comes out here. There's the strong winds coming into Altus here. Those are 60-mile-per-hour winds right here, surging in Martha, Altus. You got some strong winds coming in from the west. Got some strong winds. So the surge of the winds is over here towards Friendship. So whoever's out here at Hedrick, you got another 5 or 10 minutes before the winds smack you there in Hedrick. But the stronger winds are actually back a little bit between Martha and Duke. So those are 60-mile-an-hour winds heading right towards Altus. Find our hail cores here real quick. Again, smaller pockets. Hasn't really updated lately. So still around Duke and Lake Altus Lugert. So 2 pockets here. There seem to be diving more southeast. So Altus may see some of this hail. Tomstead Lake and Mountain Park may see some of this hail if it continues on these tracks. But they have been weakening, so that's good. The wind is maintained, the hail has been weakening, so that's the good thing. Storm tops on these. Got some pretty tall clouds out here. It's about 55. You can see 2 main storms here, one over Duke and one over Altus Lugert. They're about 52, 54, 55,000 feet. So they're pretty big thunderstorms here. These are the two main storms causing the issues. So the one north of Duke and the one at Lugert are the two main storms right now. So the hail is coming down. So 0.8 inches. So they're looking about penny size hail, but still 70-mile-per-hour winds. Nickel size hail, sorry. Pretty much. Yeah, the hardest of the winds have pretty much hit Hobart, and it's all just pretty steady rain here. It's not going to be done until about 1:30. So got a little bit longer here on the rain, Bradley, but I don't think these areas have been hurting for some rain. This is a blessing and a half right now, Bradley. So if we can just keep it to rain and not have too much lightning cause any issues, I think we come out on the good side here. So this is just what we need right now, Bradley. Perfect setup for Hobart. Frederick's starting to get on the action of some rainfall down here. Seeing some new storms bubbling up down towards the south. Granfield even starting to see some downpours nearby. Walters, Lawton, Duncan, Anadarko, Chickasha continue to see just light rain around. I go back and check the Lawton, the Apache Casino Hotel camera here. You can see just the wet streets. Ninnekah area right now, just seeing the rain. And this is moving east at about 30. So it's still about 2 hours away, Shannon, that these rain and storms get there. Sabine, we're looking Ellsworth here. We're a little over an hour. How far ahead can you look? I have to drive to Yukon at 7. Well, let me hop over to the model here real quick, and I can kind of show you what that looks like. And it's not doing a great job of picking this up. It's not showing the exact. There's the new severe thunderstorm warning. So Cache getting the new warning. Yeah. So for you, Shelly, it looks like a lot of that stuff fizzles out by that time. So that's what we're seeing. Should be good first thing in the morning. Allison, how far is it from Lawton? We're probably just about an hour out from it. Yeah, we're about an hour out from it. Will the rain make it to Godibo? Yes. Heather, it is not far off from you. It is just a few miles down the road, in fact. Just a few miles down the road, so just 4 or 5 miles. This new warning is for penny size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So you notice the hail has come down. The winds have come down. So we no longer see the tornado possible mentioned there anymore either. Tiffany asking about Frederick. Let me head down to bomber country. Let me see down here. We are going to get a camera on top of United Ag and Turf down there in Frederick on the east side of town. Appreciate the folks there for working with me. Thank you for responding. Nobody really checks on the small towns unless it's right on top of them. Well, I get it happens. I try to answer people as they ask. Again, I pass through a lot of these towns. I mean, the last couple of weeks I've driven through the Mountain Views, the Goaty Bows, the Apaches, the Elks, the Dibbles, all that. I've had great pizza lunch in Hobart the other day. So just, these are where everybody is. Okay. So got to get out there. Just installed your app. Great radar. Thank you, Vicky. It's basically this radar that I have on here, and it is just reshelled for broadcast. So the folks at Radar Omega have done a great job of getting that out there. So good deal. Thank you. Not a problem. Hopefully you enjoy the rain. Currently out of power in Frederick from that little storm. Okay, then. Okay. That is, that didn't take long. That wasn't even the strongest storm, and it just already knocked everything out. No tornado warnings, Mavis. It's still probably closer to 3 a.m. before you get any storms there. Allison, will there be any tornadic activity? No, I'm not really looking at that now. Continues to be more heavy rain, smaller hail, strong gusty winds at times, a lot of lightning. You can see in the corner here, there's a lot of lightning for these. You see these cameras over here. There's a lot of lightning here. I understand, Mavis. I'm not really looking at that. Not really looking at that threat right now. Not really looking at that threat. Will Ada be more later tonight? Goodness. If it holds on, Ada is still a long way to go. It's 134 miles away, moving at 30 miles an hour. So 30, 60, 90, 120. So you're still looking 4 hours away. You're looking closer to 4:30 before that gets out there, if it holds together. So that is a good deal away there, Tara. We'll see if that holds together. I hope to not still be up at that time. I'm selfish about my bedtime. Yes. Seeing some new storms developing here. Frederick, Grandfield, Manitou, seeing some rain developing down there. So there are some new rumbles developing. Yeah, probably a good idea, Tara. Monica, we're still looking a little after 1 o'clock. So, yep, still a little after 1 o'clock. Heavy rain, a lot of lightning, brief gusty winds. We're not getting any reports out of these. I'm hoping it's just, again, gusty thunderstorms. Not anything significant, but just some gusty thunderstorms. Just some gusty thunderstorms. They'll be noisy. They'll be breezy. Not anything crazy out of them. Shoo, man, just cannot stop with the lightning there in Hobart. Ty was there for a second, Mark. Mavis has Jefferson County covered, so there's your Highway 81 brethren over there. I haven't seen our usual Marlowe folks or Velma folks. Oh, Kathleen's there. Sorry. Yep. Sorry, Kathleen. I forgot you were still here. It's going. Still going. Yep. Thankfully, it's coming down. So a lot of folks are just, there's a lot of lightning up there. So the winds are coming down. The hail is coming down. So it's trending the right direction. So there's no tornado threat for Grove tonight. So that's good. Here, hopefully in the next 10, 15 minutes, we can put a bow on this and just have good garden variety thunderstorms with good soaking rain for good everybody. Mm-hmm. You can see all of our hail pockets have gone away. So that's good. Maybe some pea-sized hail up here around Rocky. Maybe some pea-sized hail over near Lugert and some pea-sized east of Duke. But that's really about it with the hail. That's coming down. The winds. There's some pretty gusty winds coming through Altus right now. At least it looks like they should be fairly gusty. It's only 30 mile per hour winds. So Amy Fan, it sounds gusty. Yeah, it's pretty gusty. Yeah, the strongest winds right now would be Altus to Hightower, and then down east of Elmer. So these will be coming down towards Tipton too in the next 20 to 30 minutes. There's Grove. That's Lone Grove. Yeah, Monica, you're good in Lawton right now. Since moving to Oklahoma 2 years ago, the phrase garden variety thunderstorms and beneficial rain have become my favorites. Yes, because it doesn't include the word severe in it. So Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Will do. Just don't put it. Just don't put it here. That's, just don't put it there.
I don't know. I know.
You heading back? Okay. Exactly. We're from the land of imaginary weather, California. You get earthquakes, wildfires, mudslides, smog. Smog a thing? I was always told smog was something to worry about. Acid rain, all that stuff that you get out there in California. Yes, they will still be breezy outside of the thunderstorms. So they will still be breezy tonight. Yeah, Kathleen, I know some guys that work in it's Monterey, San Luis Obispo. Um, had a good friend of mine that worked in Redding up north. So I got to hear about some of the Pineapple Express, the flooding rainfall that would come in there, some of the Cascades, snow. So yeah, I know it can get pretty crazy up there. The earthquakes were horrific. I mean, we get the injection drilling earthquakes here, so I guess that's. I mean, we get the rumbles, we get the Fort Sill rumbles. That's about it. Let's see here, still dealing with some 50 to 60 mile per hour winds coming out towards Humphreys right now. I don't think it's quite. No, that's not a good pixel there. That's again every bit of 60 to 65 mile per hour winds. Brooklyn Perry checking in from Altus. The wind is insane right now in Altus. Jacob, if I leave at 12:35 for Burke, will I be good? You're here in town, right? You're here in Lawton, right? I assume you are. And that line is moving 30 miles an hour. And it's about an hour out. So if you leave now, you're going to be catching that tail end. You're going to be catching that tail end down there around Randolette, Cookie Town. So, but I think you should be most of the way fine. Again, getting down closer to Randolette Duval, you'll run into some rain down there. Keep going back and checking the velocity, and still pretty strong winds. Keep waiting to see the Mesonet update. If they've got it's gusting to 40 right now in Altus. It's gusting to 40. So 40 to 45. Radar suggests it's closer to 60. Strongest winds right now are over the Air Force Base and down east of Humphreys. A lot of lightning there in Altus. Not as much up there in Hobart. There's a lot more to the north of it. Cordell is seeing quite a bit of lightning. Carolyn, I didn't see anything in the boot heel of Missouri. That's a long way away. I know Ryan Vaughn's got that area covered out there. Laura Cervantes, Noble. This is moving east, so we still have about two hours and change before it even gets over there. I'd say definitely closer to 60. I'm right by the base. Yeah, it's checking in at 40, but I'd say it's stronger than that. Again, trying to work on getting that camera put up out there too. Nope. And Levi Miller, a lot of lightning. Just had a big boom. Not seeing that lightning strike out there yet, but I trust you. Seeing a lot of these lightning strikes way out here in the anvil tops of these storms and still creating quite the boom. No, it's a love-hate relationship between Oklahoma and Mother Nature, but the one state that's losing badly to Mother Nature right now is Illinois. So go look and see how many tornadoes they've had this year. You want to see a state that Mother Nature doesn't like, it's Illinois this year. Okay, got some gusty winds heading into Tipton now. Get an update. Look on a little. So we got 60, 65 mile per hour winds coming right into Tipton. Winds come down to about 35 now in Altus. Wind is trending the right direction too. If we can get some of these gusty spots to go away, that would be great. It's trying, Sabine. It is trying. I mean, I like seeing this view down here at Hobart. Those are areas that desperately needed to see some rainfall, and they are picking up some great rain. I know Chief Humphreys up there is glad to see that. Thankful for some rainfall there in Hobart. No, it's already today, Sabine. It's been 30 minutes into today. Starting to see the first showers moving into western Comanche County with this line, western Cotton County with this line. See some of these rainfall totals here so far. Altus picking up some decent rain, about an inch to inch and a half, almost 2 inches over the base. Martha to Blair has picked up about an inch or two. Mangum picking up, oh goodness, over 2.5 inches of rain. Granite nearly 3 inches. Lone Wolf's kind of cut off here, about an inch and a half. Am I seeing a hook just south of Hobart? Not really. No, Sabine, not that way. It's kind of a backwards. It's kind of a J shape, but not. It's just the storm's kind of moving around. It's not quite tornadic right there. Yes, this is just thunderstorms right now. Just some gusty thunderstorms. Gusty thunderstorms. We're not seeing the stronger winds in there. We're not seeing the rotation in there. There's a little bit of rotation there near Friendship, just a little small area. Nope, I understand. Sabine. Again, still some gusty winds will be with it, but don't anticipate 70 with these. See if we see anything on our Apache Casino Hotel camera here. Some lightning, a little bit. Well, folks, to be honest with you, as I continue to prod through here, I'm not seeing any more hail. There are still some gusty winds. So, yes, we could still see some wind gusts approaching 45 to 50 miles per hour. So, it will sound windy at times. Not seeing anything with rotation. Not seeing anything with large hail. There's a lot of rain. There's a little bit of, quite a bit of lightning out there too. I think we're getting to the point now where the next update is just going to be a special weather statement. So we're trending downwards. So we're going to continue to see this rain march eastward. And here in the next hour, again, if it's moving east at 30, we're going to see the rain or the we move over into eastern Comanche County, Apache, Walters, Anadarko here in the next hour. If we go 2 hours from now, that's going to be over closer to Rush Springs, Velma, Chickasha, Waurika. So about 2 hours away. So I will keep a watch in the background here. We're not seeing anything as far as significant severe weather. Again, I will have the app up and running. We can go the updates that way too. If anything requires me to hop back on, I will make sure I do my best to get back on there. Okay, but right now it looks like things are trending downward with the intensity. Again, just some breezy winds and some heavy rainfall. TB, am I good to go to bed between Hobart and Roosevelt? Should I stay up? Now you're going to get some breezy winds here in the next 10 to 15 minutes, TB. That'll sound pretty gusty, but looks like should be just fine to go to sleep here. Just randomly popped up, but I've watched for several hours near Martha. Really enjoyed the broadcast. Good job. Thank you. Got Martha represented out there in Jackson County. Yes, Monica, Lawton is good to sleep. I will keep a watch on things here in the background, but again, the app has the warnings, has the radar, should keep you updated here. Have it on. Make sure you're not on Do Not Disturb tonight, just in case. Again, appreciate it. Thanks for hopping on for the last few hours. Again, if you need any more updates, we'll be passing out those warnings and updates throughout the app as well. So have a good night, folks. Hopefully you can get some rest, and we will see you soon. Take care.